Here's a 2011 E92 M3, 80,000 miles, got quite a DCT oil leak, which is getting a little bit more common as these cars get a bit older. Like I say, 2011, 80,000 miles. Normally they leak from the lower sump pan, which is this piece here, but more often nowadays we're starting to see them leak from the mechatronics cover gasket, which is this side piece, which is completely buried up in the transmission tunnel, very hard to access. BMW's procedure is gearbox out, so we're going to be working with this job today. You see how much oil is being spread about. Obviously at the moment it just looks unsightly, but carry on trying to work a DCT with low oil over the course of a years and it will start to give problems. You may get transmission temperature warning lights on the iDrive, then eventually it will go into limp mode if the oil gets to a dangerous level and refuse to change gear. So before any of that sort of risk happens, it's always worth taking care of oil leaks and changing them for new BMW gaskets. So there's a lot of work that we'll be doing with this DCT. This is the start of the procedure. So under tray's just come off. Going to take the exhaust system off, heat shields off, and the prop shaft, and then start the lowering process on the gearbox. Now looking at the transmission tunnel, which starts here and goes up inside, you can see the DCT box is almost half visible. We've lowered the subframe and the gearbox in one assembly, whilst keeping an eye on everything else, and we've got that now quite accessible. So we've got a good amount of access. We still can't see the full top of the supporting rings, but we're going to be pretty sure that we can get access to them, and now take this apart, get it cleaned up, and start the installation of the new seals. So here's all the genuine BMW parts, 7 litres of the DCT fluid. Sometimes you need between 6 and 7. We've got the lower sump pan, which comes with the gasket, the filter assembly for the sump, the side mechatronics cover gasket, and also the left-hand side filter cartridge with the circlip. So we're going to get all these fitted up very shortly. If you've ever wondered what the DCT mechatronics system looks like, there it is. The right-hand side cover is now been taken off and the gasket removed. You can see the some oil still dripping out. Oil looks quite good condition, relatively clean, and the main reason for doing this is because the gasket has been defective and allowing oil to leak and then continue going and making a mess underneath the car. So getting all this cleaned up and then ready to put the new one on. Here's the right hand side cover. This is the inside bit. Luke's cleaned it out really well. It's looking fantastically new, and the new gasket is set around the perimeter ready to be installed on the car. We're working our way down the gearbox. We're on the left hand side now, doing the side filter, the left hand side filter cartridge. So we've got the circlip off and the cover, and I've taken that out. Looks really clean inside, which is a good sign. Obviously it doesn't show much on the oil leaking on the outside, but then going down to the filter here, which is in the drainer at the moment, they start life as white. Here's the replacement one, which is completely perfectly white, and here's the one that we've taken out. So great that that's coming out and fresh one's going in now. Here's the inside of the DCT. Now we've replaced the filter in the side, and now we've taken the sump off, which exposes the inside. We've changed the filter assembly. You can see that's fresh inside there, and now we're going to be putting the new sump pan on with the gasket, and then once all that's fully sealed and oil tight, then we can go about cleaning the casing and try and make this look a lot better. So now we've filled the gearbox with the BMW DCT genuine fluid, and we're just carrying out the oil level balancing service function, which requires the vehicle to be raised, the revs, which is what we're doing inside the cabin, connected via the ICOM system, and that will allow us to correctly level check the vehicle's gearbox fluid now. So now got the temperature at 30 degrees, live data showing the gearbox temperature, and now we're going to unbung the gearbox filler and see what's happening. And the instruction is that it has to be dripping. It cannot be a continuous drip like that. So we have to wait until this levels off and it becomes an individual droplet, a bit like that. And now we know that the correct level because the temperature is correct, and we can call that completely full. So that's looking a lot better now. As you can see, you've got new sump lower pan here and obviously gasket, new mechatronics gasket on the side. Everything's installed back together. The exhaust system is back on. New exhaust downpipes because they were poor condition, which is very common. Obviously the filling procedures happened. We've done the side seal as well, the filter in assembly in there. New O-rings for the cooler pipes that we had to take off. Cleaned up all the oil mess that was under there, so you can see it's looking a lot fresher now. The engine's running, which you might be able to hear in the background. We've carried out the fill procedure with the service function oil level balancing, and we're about to go out on road test and make sure everything's okay. First of all, obviously, we'll put the under tray on the gearbox. And there's confirmation that the service function's finished, oil adjustment is now finished, and service function, that was a successful process. That's the end of the repair. We've carried out our 12-mile road test, very happy with all the results. So the DCT service was a complete success, solved the oil leak, which was the worst problem, and obviously made sure it's got the correct level as you've been watching through the oil balancing process. So if you've got a DCT gearbox, whether it be in an M3 or any other model that needs any attention, whether it just be a straightforward service or one more complex like this where we repair and reseal the items, then please do give us a call at Reedish and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching this video. Please share, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to see any new released videos that we send.